What is going on, everybody? This is France. We're back again for the Mae Young Classic 2018 Round 1, Episode 1. We had four matches tonight on this past Wednesday. Two pretty good matches. One that was like a decent match, and one that just seemed to suck all the life out of the crowd. You've seen it, you know which one I'm talking about. But we did start off, there's not much to really get into other than the matches. So we started off with Tegan Nox versus Zatara. Tegan Nox, of course, was supposed to be in last year's Mae Young Classic, but tore an ACL 2 weeks before the show, so she was left off. I think that's why Toni Storm was in the Mae Young Classic last year. I could be totally wrong. I don't remember who actually took over Tegan Nox's spot, but I think it was Toni Storm. It does suck because Tegan Nox, I will talk about this, knowing the injury that she will suffer later in the Mae Young Classic, it sucks to see where, like, knowing all that later on, what's going to happen with Tegan Nox and how far she was supposed to go. But it's great to see her actually get to wrestle this match tonight. This past week. Her versus Zatara was a pretty good match. It was a good opener to the Mae Young Classic. They traded wrist locks to start the match. Zatara with some leg sweeps, a slap from Zatara by Nox, arm drag by Tegan, Hurricane Runner by Nox, then a dropkick sends Zatara to the outside. Nox goes and looks like she's going to do something, but just does a 619 fake out, which was kind of funny. Zatara fakes the handshake and boots to the gut. Zatara was playing the heel in this match. Face-off slide through the legs by Zatara. She drops Nox and an attack on Zatara. Then she hits with a leg lock on Nox, as Zatara is going to be working on the braced leg of Tegan Nox. That becomes a focal point of this match. Tegan Nox, as you all remember, as I said earlier, was injured last year, and she is wearing a major leg brace. So every match, I'm pretty sure, in the Mae Young Classic that she's in, you are going to see people work on that leg. Let's see what we have here. Modified deathlock by Zatara on Nox's bad leg, but Nox does make it to the ropes. Nox with some strikes to Zatara. Nox with a running uppercut. Step up Enzuigiri to Zatara. Nox with a high crossbody for a 2 count. Zatara with a boot out of the corner, then a missile drop kick. Running double knee. Nox in the corner gets a 2 for Zatara. Zatara goes for a running knee into the back of Nox's head. Nox ducks, hits the shiniest wizard. 1, 2, 3, and Tegan Nox is your winner. So a pretty decent match here. A couple spots here that felt like they were out of place, but Nox wins and moves on. She definitely looks happy for the fact that she was able to get that match out of her way and move on, because again, she was supposed to be in last year's Mae Young Classic, and it is sad that she wasn't. But this was a great opening match to the entire Mae Young Classic. They then in the crowd showed Ember Moon, Alexa Bliss, and conveniently behind Alexa Bliss was Little Miss Chokeslam Taker herself, Izzy. So just wanted to throw that out there. Then we had Rhea Ripley versus MJ Jenkins. The big story of Rhea Ripley this time around is that she's portraying a darker side to herself. For whatever reason, the narrative of this match was that she had been compared to Charlotte Flair, and it angers her. She wants nothing to do with being called a younger Charlotte Flair. So, first off, I've never heard anyone ever compare Rhea Ripley to Charlotte Flair. And second, she looks nothing or acts nothing like a Charlotte Flair. So, where that came from is beyond me. Last year, she came out with like shorts and a red top. This year, wearing all black with like jeans, looking like a biker, like, and a black jacket, looking like a black leather jacket with spikes, looking like she's from a biker gang. She does refuse the handshake, and then she just does a little shove to Jenkins' face. Jenkins just tossing Ripley around with these arm drags and everything. Ripley then gets a drop kick on Jenkins, who tries to springboard over the top rope and sends her to the floor. Ripley tosses Jenkins to the mat, then a drop kick. The crowd, this is why I feel like the crowd died for this first episode, because they seemed like they were in the first match, and in this match, the crowd just kind of was out of it from here until like majority of the next match. But they did come back for the final match, which is good. But this match just seemed like it killed the crowd. Ripley tosses with a clothesline off the rope for a 2 count. Ripley just starts brutalizing Jenkins. This was pretty much a glorified squash match for the majority of it, because Jenkins really didn't get much in after that first little bit of offense. Jenkins she hits a boots in the corner by Ripley. Ripley with a delayed suplex on Jenkins, who lands this delayed vertical suplex. She did a delayed vertical suplex like we've seen Bobby Lashley do when he first came back, and does every once in a while. But MJ Jenkins didn't float rotate over fast enough or something. He literally lands on her hip. It looked pretty bad. Hip toss by Jenkins, but Ripley power drops Jenkins for a 2 count. Ripley starts talking tracks and shoving Jenkins until Jenkins fires up and lays in strikes on Ripley. Shoulder tackle by Jenkins. Jenkins with a kick to the head of Ripley, then a missile drop kick off the top rope for a 2 count. Spin kick miss. Ripley turns that into a pump handle powerbomb for a 3 count, and Rhea Ripley has moved on to the next round. They show Leo Rush in the crowd. This is just something they like to do, where they like to show superstars and women, men and women superstars in the crowd. So again, they did show Leo Rush here. Vanessa Craven, who I've got to say has the creepiest smile out of all the ladies this entire tournament. She is definitely just got that creepy smile that would give you nightmares. Versus Lacey Lane, who is a Devon and Beverly 3D Academy, what do I say, Dudley's 3D Academy graduate. Lacey Lane used her speed to avoid Craven for the beginning of this match. Attacks that she does do no damage until she gets a kick to the ear of Craven, which if you get kicked in the ear, I don't care how much you're trying not to sell anything, that would definitely rock you. Drives her to the corner. Lane tries something, but Lane, she tried to do a luchador type move off the top rope, a top rope arm drag, but she clearly botched it. She landed so bad. Craven just fell out of the ring. She landed horribly bad. It looked like the ref had to check to see if Lacey Lane didn't hurt herself. Rolling kick to Craven sends her back to the floor. Then Craven catches Lane as she tries to go for a splash and just drops her on the apron, and suplex hangs. He suplexes her up and just hangs her by the back of her knees on the top rope, with a couple slaps to the chest area of Lacey Lane, and then a kick to the head. Lane placed in the corner, and Craven stomps on her head and puts the pressure on her, then uses a cannonball. I would not want to take a cannonball from Craven. I wouldn't even want to take it from Kevin Owens, but that cannonball looked like that had to hurt in the corner. Craven gets a 2 count. Lane placed on the ropes and chops by Craven, who flashes that creepy smile that's nightmare fuel. Craven with a modified torture rack on Lane, but Lane was able to get out of that with a couple elbows. Craven does back up a little bit, and Lacey Lane pulls out of that. It looked like Craven was going to go for the old power up move that whatever that thing is that the Great Khali used to do, where he grabbed him by the shoulders and pulled him up. But Lacey Lane stops that. Jawbreaker by Lane, then a kick to the knee, then one to the chest following the corner. Craven shoves her down and hits a spinning side slam for a 2 count. Lacey chants in the crowd. The crowd started to get up. The Rhea Ripley and MJ Jenkins match kind of, like I said, felt like it took the crowd out of it. And this match, it took until about this time that Lacey Lane got out of that 2 count from the spinning side slam that the crowd started to get back into it, because the crowd seemed to just die. Cannonball was then missed by Craven, elbows by Lane, crucifix bomb by Lacey Lane for the 3 count, and Lacey Lane is your winner. Lacey Lane moves on, and then we go to the back and get an interview with Natty Neidhart, who is just excited for the Mae Young Classic, and everybody who's in it. Her favorites are Mia Yim and Yura Ayo Shirai, hoping to see one of those two win it. We will have to wait and see. I have not seen them wrestle yet, so we'll see how it goes there. Then they show us Funaki and Ty Dillinger in the crowd. Then we get the main event, which is Killer Kelly versus Miko Satomura and WWE, and everyone else is called Shinsuke Nakamura, the King of Strong Style. Well, I think we found the Queen of Strong Style, because Mika Satomura in this match just showed you what strong style is. She kicked the heck out of Killer Kelly in this match. I don't know how Killer Kelly was able to stand after some of the punishment she took from Miko Satomura in this match. Miko Satomura, 20-plus year veteran, 25-year, whatever it is, veteran. She made, Killer Kelly sold for her she was getting paid time and a half to sell for Miko Satomura. Satomura with a kick to the leg of Kelly, who returns the kick as well. Kelly with a 2-count pin on Satomura. They lock up in a headlock by Satomura. Then a hip toss headlock for a 2-count. Gets a 2-count there. Kelly uses her legs to get out of the hold. Satomura fights out. Then a huge forearm. Then another headlock, but Kelly with the legs again. Kelly gets a dragon sleeper, looks like, but Satomura gets out of that. Bro kick by Killer Kelly. They called it a boot, but it looked like Sheamus' bro kick for a 2-count. Satomura with an arm drag takedown leads to an STF. Definitely just a nice sequence. She does like an arm drag. She starts like working on the leg and then just transitions it to an STF. And the way she had Killer Kelly's leg, it wasn't just straight up. She had like the entire leg twisted and everything in this STF. Definitely brutal looking move. Kelly does make it to the ropes, takedown by Satomura, who hits some big kicks on Kelly. My goodness, these kicks were just brutal. Then some more kicks to Kelly, then a judo flip and drop by Satomura for a 2-count. Kelly she's just getting kicked from pillar to post, and again, I don't know how she was able to breathe or stand after all those kicks. Kelly does catch one of them and then hits a delayed suplex for a 2-count. Kick to the midsection, then an uppercut by Satomura, then a cartwheel. I had to actually watch this again because I blinked and missed what she did. Kicked her in the midsection, then an uppercut. Killer Kelly's like on all fours, and then Miko Satomura does a cartwheel and lands both of her skins on the spine of Killer Kelly. She pulls it to the middle, goes up for a something, but Killer Kelly gets up and tries to go for a German. Satomura blocks that. And Killer Kelly actually gets her in a dragon sleeper on the top turnbuckle and just leans back and like the dragon sleeper. I honestly want to see this move, this dragon sleeper done this way, be the finish of a match in like a Falls Count Anywhere match where you're on the top rope going for a German, get blocked, and you get the dragon sleeper put in because you have so much more room to pull back and just like stretch somebody out and make them tap out. It was a brutal looking spot. Of course, it was on the top turnbuckle, so nothing you can do about that. Kelly does get out of that and does let that go, puts her in the tree of woe, and then hits a drop kick, then a drop kick to Satomura in the corner by Killer Kelly. Perfect plex pin for a 2-count for Kelly. This is awesome chant for the crowd. The crowd was like just into this match now. Crowd, like I don't know if like they turned down the volume of the crowd or not, but you could not hear them as much as you could for like a normal NXT show or something. Kelly goes for a German suplex, but Satomura elbows, then a Pele kick. Satomura hits the Death Valley driver for the 3-count, and Miko Satomura has moved on. Post-match, Miko Satomura, with the respect that she has, picks up Killer Kelly, raises her hand. They shake, bow like they did at the beginning of the match, and embrace in a hug as a sign of respect. And that is your 4th match for this week. Tegan Knox, Rhea Ripley, Lacey Lane, and Miko Satomura have all advanced next round of the Mae Young Classic. They will probably be seen in about 3 weeks? 4 weeks? Yeah, about 4 weeks when the next set goes. But that was the Mae Young Classic first round, first episode. Thank you guys for watching this. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, follow me on Twitter at TheFrance, find me on twitch.tv/TheFrance08. I will be back for Unscripted tomorrow. Until then, my name is TheFrance. You guys have a good one, and for Unscripted, we have so much to talk about, especially Daniel Bryan's contract update. Until then, my name is TheFrance. You guys have a good one.